LeBron James is supposed to be washed right now. He's supposed to be slowing down, taking a back seat, fading into the twilight of his career. Yeah, he's just not doing that because since the March of February, he's averaged 29.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, 6.9 assists on 55.5 shooting from the field and 44.3% from three. To put that into perspective, he's the oldest player in NBA history to average 25 plus points in a single month. Not Jordan, not Kareem, not Kobe, just LeBron. He's still dominating against players who were in middle school when he won his first championship. We need to talk about this because what LeBron is still doing at 40 years old literally should not still be possible. Think about this. LeBron was drafted in 2003. The world still had flip phones, the Lakers still had Shaq and Kobe, and most of today's NBA stars were still learning how to read. Yet here we are in 2025. LeBron James still has a very firm argument to be a top 10 player in the NBA. Most legends don't even make it past year 15 before their bodies betray them. LeBron is in year 22 and he's laughing in the face of Father Time. But what makes this even crazier isn't just that LeBron is still great, it's exactly how he's evolved his game to be able to last this long. When you look at younger LeBron, he was a superhuman freight train. Yeah, he still posterizes dunks on some of the youngins, but it isn't as frequent as he used to when he was younger, destroying defenses by exploding to the rim, just overpowering defenders and dunking on literally anyone that came his way. But 40-year-old LeBron, he's adapting in a way no one else ever has. And it all starts with something that no one ever thought he'd be elite at. For years, LeBron's biggest flaw was his three-point shooting. Defenses dared him to shoot. They would go under screens and play off of him, treating him like a non-shooter that he was. But now, LeBron is shooting 39% from three on nearly 6 attempts per game. And on catch and shoot threes, he's at 43%. That's elite. That's among some of the best shooters in today's NBA. How in the world did this happen? He began simplifying his release, improving his balance on catch and shoot threes. It's really where you see it. And that's really made his shooting motion more compact and way easier to knock down on a more consistent basis. LeBron James has a 2-motion jump shot. And when I say 2-motion jump shot, I mean the ball goes to the top of his head first, then he starts to release it. His set point is at the top of his head. When you look at guys like Steph Curry, they have a 1-motion jump shot where the ball is in a smooth path. It doesn't go over their head. And by when it gets to their forehead is when they're already at their set point and at the point they're going to release the ball. LeBron James has this 2-motion jump shot, which typically for some of the best shooters, it isn't really something we see. I mean, we do have the outliers like Ray Allen, but LeBron James becoming an elite shooter at age 40 isn't something I ever thought was ever going to happen. And his off-ball game, contrary to popular belief, has been really elite over the last few years for the Lakers, especially this year with Austin Reeves taking on more ball handling duties. LeBron has embraced being a cutter, a catch and shoot threat, something people claimed, again, he could never do. He doesn't nearly have the same speed to punish those closeouts, but he has good enough speed where he can still attack those defenders that aren't in good positions to keep the defense on their toes. And with that IQ he has, which arguably some can say is the greatest IQ we've ever seen for a player, he uses that to weaponize at picking his spots, exploiting mismatches like we've never seen from a player. It's the reason why LeBron James was very ball dominant throughout his career, because LeBron James is one of the best players at just constantly generating high quality looks and being able to put your team in positions to win games. Why would I give it to a role player to initiate the offense if LeBron James every time down the floor he's going to create a high quality look for you anyways? And a large part of that is the reason why a lot of people doubted the fit with Luka Doncic was because of his ball dominance, which, to be fair, in my opinion, I'm gonna start it early. I never understood why people did didn't like the fit, because LeBron James over the last few years hasn't been as ball dominant as he has in the past, and a lot of people thought, would two ball dominant playmakers clash? Would LeBron and Luka cancel each other out? Yeah, no, that looks like it was complete nonsense, because in just 73 minutes together, LeBron and Luka have led the Lakers to a 122.4 offensive rating, on par with the best offense in the NBA in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Why does this work? Because LeBron and Luka are basketball savants. They take turns initiating the offense, setting each other up, and manipulating defenses to create wide open shots for teammates. It's not just a good fit, it's borderline unfair. Because of the level of gravity Luka has just naturally as a player, consistently drawing two on the ball, LeBron James is going to capitalize on 4-on-3 advantages, which is crazy to say, by the way, because LeBron James is usually the one creating the 4-on-3 advantages for his teammates. Now he's going to be on the receiving end more than he ever has with Luka Doncic, and with LeBron's IQ at still being able to help create a lot of shots for other players, just like Luka has over these last few games. And because that he is 40, he still does deal with losses that has happened and affected his game, and that's really have to do with his explosiveness and just overall his athleticism. His playmaking and finishing are the two things that's really taking a big hit because of this. He's not able to generate as many quality shots for his teammates because he isn't putting as much pressure in the rim as he used to, which will also by default not give him as many avenues to create shots for people on the perimeter, also for players who plays more in the interior like Jackson Hayes. But even though LeBron doesn't attack the rim as often, he's still one of the most efficient finishers in the league. He's converting 74% of his shots at the rim, and despite taking fewer drives per game, his floater game has been really elite this season, shooting at about 50%. He's adjusted. Instead of forcing contact, he's relying more on that touch, extending his arm out further and mastering those angles off the glass. This is how great players age gracefully. They adapt. Since January 15th, LeBron has had the 7th best defensive rating in the entire NBA. Now, this stat actually blew my mind because over the course of the last few years, LeBron James' defense has really been a very hard thing to talk about with some NBA fans, because there could be moments in games LeBron James would strap down. He'd really lock in on the defensive end for 2-3 minutes, even 4-minute stretches during the game. But how often was he doing that? There was a lot of times he would sleep off ball so players can get easy cuts to the rim on him, and his overall perimeter defense was no longer what it used to be. But somehow over the past 2 months, he's been playing all NBA level defense, and even JJ Redick agrees. He said over the last 6 weeks, he would say he's an all NBA level defender, and I actually agree with that take. He's making those key rotation and anchoring Lakers when they need stops. Obviously, Vando and DFS have been the bigger additions for why the Lakers defense have been #1 since the loss of Anthony Davis, but what LeBron is giving them on the defensive side of the floor really should be mentioned because of his effort level and still creating transition buckets when he's able to play the passing lane and attack in transition. And because of all of this, LeBron isn't just defying Father Time, he's rewriting the rule book. He's scoring more efficiently, he's shooting better than ever, he's still an elite playmaker, playing all NBA defense at 40 years old. Literally no one has ever done that. Not Kobe, not Will, not Shaq, nobody. So let me ask you, how much longer can he do this? Because right now, LeBron is proving that retirement isn't even a conversation, and if he keeps this up, we might be watching him dominate into his mid-40s. And the thought of that happening, my goodness, man, he's gonna make that GOAT conversation last a very long time. But with that all being said, make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section below, how much longer do you think LeBron James can play at this level? And do you guys think LeBron James is a top 10 player? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell so you can see more videos be dropped like this and always be notified when it's dropped. And check out this video on Luka Doncic, because I made a video about LeBron James' new teammate, and I talked about how arguably because of Luka, their chances of winning a championship are genuinely serious. You've heard enough of me in this video, so go check this one out. Leave.